Welcome to Lesson 24. Please make sure that you record Lesson 24 at the top of your paper. So the new, or not even new, but review aspect of this lesson is to remind you that negative x is the same thing as the star. So when you see negative x in any of these problems, you have a couple choices. You can go straight from a negative x to an unshaded triangle, just like a star is an unshaded triangle. Or if you wanted to rewrite your problem with negative x as star so that your mind automatically recognizes star is the unshaded triangle, you could do that as well. I'll show you what I mean. I'll solve a couple examples, letter A and letter B, and then we'll just kind of translate them. We'll give you some choices about how you can deal with the negative x. For letter A, we've got 2x minus 4 times negative x minus 5 equals 2 plus negative x. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. And I'm going to start translating. I'm going to start with 2 x's. And now I'm supposed to take away 4 negative x's. So this is the same as saying that we need to take away 4 stars. Remember, this is the same as star, but we don't have any stars. So we're back to bringing in a 0 pair. There's 4 stars and 4 x's. We're going to take away our stars because that's what they told us to do. And now we have a situation again where we're supposed to take away 5 that we don't have. So I'm going to bring in a 0 pair again. This time 5 and negative 5, so that I can follow directions and take away 5. On the right, I've got 2 plus that negative x, which is the same as a star. Now, I know I'm going to have to rewrite. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a negative 5 on the left, a 2 and a star. I think I'm going to bring in a positive 5. Just like last time, I'm going to try to cancel out negative numbers where I can. Bring in a positive 5 on each side. So now I have, I'm going to cross this off and rewrite it as 7. And then I'm going to bring in a shaded triangle and another shaded triangle on the left, which means I can cancel my 0 pair. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shaded triangles equals 7, which means x or shaded equals 1 and star or unshaded equals negative 1. Okay, here's letter B. You might want to take a second to copy the problem, and we're going to go through your second option for dealing with the negative x. So I only see one negative x here, but the choice that we have is to rewrite the problem from the beginning and replace the negative x with a star. And by doing that, that just gives you something that's a little more familiar to your eyes. So now you can go directly into your translating. You know you have 4 stars. And it looks like they want us to take away negative 1 plus x, which we do not have. So we will bring in a 0 pair so we can follow directions. We'll bring in a negative 1 and an x, but then we also have to bring in the opposite, a positive 1 and a star. And now to follow directions, we're supposed to take away negative 1 plus x. There it is, and what's left over was meant to be. So now I'm going to go to my other side, and I've got 3 x's. Here's another thing I'm supposed to take away that I don't have. I do not have a 7 to take away. So I can bring in a 0 pair of positive 7 and negative 7, and then follow directions and take away 7. Now it's time for a rewrite to reorganize. We've got 5 stars on the left and a 1. And we've got 3 x's and a negative 7 on the right. Let's cancel out numbers. This time I think I'm going to bring in a negative 1 just because that's a teeny number. Bring in a negative 1 over here. That created a 0 pair that I can cancel out. And on the right, I've got 3 x's and, and a negative 8. And on the left, I've got my 5 stars. So I think it makes sense to bring in 3 stars over here, 3 stars over here, so that our 8 is on the right, our negative 8, and it looks like we have 8 stars that are negative 8, so star equals negative 1, and x, or shaded, equals positive 1. So as you go through your homework, you're going to be able to decide if you'd like to go straight from your negative x down to an unshaded triangle, or if you'd like to do what I did in letter B and rewrite your negative x's as stars. That's up to you. Go ahead and finish your homework.